And now this is where your life completely changed. The connection with Rvssian.
One Rvssian.
All right.
Yeah, one gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Although him not claim the title, but yeah, man.
You're giving him the title.
Yeah, man, one gatekeeper, man. That's how him up in the gate for me, no? Yeah.
Continent. This is where even the fact that you came up with something like a continent, how did you come up with that song, and then how did you connect with Rvssian to really now this is supercharge your career now?
So, as far as how I came up with this song, it all revolves around, life experiences as far as, migrating to the US, interacting with people from, various continents, because it's a whole melting pot. You have people from Asia, you have people from Africa, you have people from North and South America, all over, Europe, everywhere, and, going to college and interacting with all these ladies, because God didn't Fada. It kind of gave me insight into their personalities. Like I know this one Asian girl from Korea. Yeah. Oh, she's the sweetest thing you could ever meet in your life. But you piss her off, and Asian girls them kind of feisty. Oh, she goes off on you. Yeah, man. So that coupled with a little bit of knowledge of geography was what really inspired me to come up with a song like Continent. And then, in a dance hall, you have Giant, them Shabba and Beanie. Oh, girl in a bungalow, girls everywhere. So I said to myself, how can I come up with something that can possibly compete with these frontrunners, these giants, because those songs are timeless. And, Continent came about. Actually, it was my uncle who lives in Canada, and a friend of mine too. Okay. Is in Canada. They called me probably about 2 days apart, and I guess at the time the Dirty Money was kicking up a storm, because I didn't even know that a whole challenge was going on, a whole controversy was going on surrounding the rhythm, and they told me about it. Yo, go up on Rvssian, Dirty Money rhythm, revive the thing, go club. And I sat there, I thought about it, I considered it, and some time went by, and I decided, hey, let me see what I can do. So I found a snippet of the older rhythm on YouTube, Go Club, and I came up with the first, what do you call it, the intro?
Yeah. The
first part, the intro. Came with the intro. I stood in front of my window in the college dorm at the time, and I posted it. Yeah. And I posted it, and it went wild. Probably like 3 hours later, I saw Rvssian leaving check marks everywhere. Disappear, me and Danger, Quest Times. And probably like 3 days later, 2 days later, I see a check mark on my page, and I say, all right, I'm officially authorized now. Yeah. And then I said to myself, all right, how do I get the beat? Because I didn't know that the beat was out there and that people were recording on it. So he sent a DM, and he said, send me a demo. Because I had posted another, like a follow-up video with probably, I think it was the next 2 lines.
Yeah.
And I said, ready when you're ready, my bro. And I tagged him, and he said, send the demo. And I hit him back, and I said, to send me a copy of the beat. And I told him where to send it. He sent it over. The song Knockout. The song gets knocked out. I think it was late December or January. I can't remember. And then immediately as the song was finished, the video got shot. And in about 24 hours, everything changed.
Listen, it was like that January boss, you just took off running and haven't stopped till now. That was like, to see it happening is always crazy, to see somebody really get that break. You know what I mean? And then you also did Judgment with him too.
Yeah,
These were
man.
2 monster songs.
2 for 2, baby. Yeah, man. Judgment. Continent, you have to deliver a judgment afterward. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Definitely big moments. And I know another huge moment in your career would have been SunFest, because this is almost like your homecoming now, where you got the break. Because I think you had performed earlier, but SunFest is the biggest stage you could get. I seen the robot walk out first, and then they brought out the alien like they're trying to bat up the alien.
Beep boop, beep
And then
bop.
you took off the thing, and you gave them the gospel, and you got it on. You know, what was that feeling like going back to Mobay on the biggest stage in Montego Bay and really giving it to them out there?
It was very surreal. It was very surreal. I remember about 8 years prior to that performance, I was in the crowd at Reggae Sumfest. Yeah, man. I was, I think, general admission. I don't remember. But I was in the crowd. And I remember having that, you know, those fold-out chairs, the little beach chairs that you could bring and put in the grass and on the beach. I had one of those on my back, and I remember I put it down and I sat and I observed all the performances that year, around 2016. That was actually the same year that Dexter got his breakout, you know, and then, you know, to come full circle 8 years later, and I was standing on that stage, you know, in front of that same crowd that I was in the midst of 8 years prior. It was just surreal. It was a feeling that I can't even explain. It was unimaginable, you know. But it was great. It was great. You know, the people came out and they celebrated me, celebrated my talent, and I was just awestruck to know that I am here, standing in front of the people in the parish which I was birthed.
Yeah.
And they're showing me all this love, all this continued endless support. You know, I can't be nothing but humbled by it. It was great. It was great. And you know, I was very, very appreciative of, you know, the limelight, that spotlight that SunFest, you know, shined on me, you know, to be able to stand on a platform as huge as Reggae Sumfest is, you know.
Definitely.
I can't even find the words to describe it.
Yeah, it was just different. You know, I mean, this is your homecoming.
Yes.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.